You know who's the perfect artist to include in your kid-friendly film? Cardi B. The bad guys are struggling to find trust and acceptance in their new lives as good guys when they are pulled out of retirement and forced to do one last job by an all-female squad of criminals. What is up with animation this year? We had, by the way, DreamWorks, Dogman, which is a hilarious film and you need to check out. Elio, which is a film that no one saw and you need to go see it. It is awesome. It's emotional. We also have the recent hit that I believe is still the #1 streamed film on Netflix for weeks now and one of the best albums out there. It's on my Spotify right now on repeat. K-pop Demon Hunters, it's great. And now we have another great animated film to add to the collection of greatness in this year of cinema for 2025, and that is The Bad Guys 2. I know I mentioned Elio, it's a great film, but Disney, seriously, y'all need to watch out for all these other studios, DreamWorks, Sony Animation, because they are making big moves. I said before in the plot synopsis, but the bad guys are trying to be good. And one thing that I really appreciated that the team behind this film wanted to kind of focus on were the heavier themes of trying to move on from your past and, for example, get a job. Number one, it's already hard doing that for people to just simply find a job, even if you have a really clean record. But for the people that don't necessarily have a clean record, I loved that this movie, and this is a kid's movie that has fart jokes. Yes, it has a good amount. It's all about timing, and the fart jokes in this are actually pretty funny. Stay with me, Buffalo. The themes here are not just thrown at you and just whisked away. And they just mentioned once about what does society say about people that have bad history. That is a theme that is heavily prolonged throughout this film, and you do feel that impact with certain arcs that happen, especially for the main lead, the wolf. Another thing that's great about this movie is it actually has stakes when they meet this new all-female crew, which for the most part I really did enjoy. Some arcs they wanted to flesh out, but it felt pretty one-dimensional at times, but I still enjoyed them. So yeah, the bad guys are trying to be good, and all of a sudden they are getting framed for something that they did not mean to do, stealing a luchador belt. And that's when everything flips upside down for them as they get blackmailed into doing one last job. It's really cool to see characters go through an inner turmoil, especially when you realize you're watching a kid's film. What I mean by that is when the character of Wolf executes this job with this gang, the movie doesn't shy away from the fact that he is actually thinking about going back to being a bad guy. It doesn't last that long, but that was a really smart decision to make it at least a bit more interesting. Now, the first film surprised me because of how twisty it was. Here, there's not necessarily a lot of plot twist, but character reveals that do not waste any time. The minute you see one specific character within the first 20 to 25 minutes, you know immediately what their plot device is, how they are meant to be in this film. And they immediately, like when you have that thought, they reveal it. And to give you a lesson in movie lingo, there's a thing called MacGuffins, which essentially means a plot device. And they utilize that word, MacGuffins, literally into the plot of this film. MacGuffinite is a material that is at the core of this film, the whole main reason why the bad guys are in this mess. The third act of this movie turns into almost like a superhero film mixed with James Bondisms. Bottom line, The Bad Guys 2 is a fun, high-energy sequel that doesn't really waste any time. There's jokes that'll make you laugh, and there's even some character beats that maybe they don't always land, but they have good intentions and really good themes. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, but most of all, do not forget to be blessed.